Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here today. This is where we turn vision into reality, one thought at a time. The topic for today is faith versus fear, choosing belief in the unknown. Tonight, we are going to explore a force that shapes every decision, every vision, and every next step on our spiritual path, talking about faith versus fear. As discussed in our previous sessions, the law of attraction, the law of vibration teaches us that we attract what we are. Paradigm shifting shows us how to rewire the subconscious. Vision building gives direction to our dreams. And cause and effect remind us nothing is random, basically. Then faith is the power that activates all of it. It is the bridge between where we are and where we are going, between the known and the unknown. And fear is simply fate pointed in the wrong direction. Tonight, we learn how to choose fate consciously, deliberately, and vibrationally. The first thing I want to discuss is what are faith and fear energetically. Faith, which is the energy of expansion, is not a belief system. It is an energetic frequency that aligns you with higher probabilities or possibilities. When you are in faith, your energy is open. It's spacious and elevated. It feels like a quiet confidence, a soft inner yes, a sense that you are guided somehow. And knowing that something greater is working with you. Faith is trusting the unseen architecture of the universe, trusting that the invisible realm is rearranging itself for your highest good. In quantum physics, this is resonance. When you vibrate at the level of your desire, the field recognizes itself or it recognizes your vibration and reorganizes itself to match your expectation. Faith is coherence with your future, basically. What about fear, which is the energy of contraction? Fear is not bad. It is simply contracted energy. When you are in fear, your breath shortens, your awareness narrows, your imagination becomes your enemy. You expect loss, failure, or danger. Fear is using your creative power in reverse. It is projecting a negative outcome onto an event that hasn't happened yet. Fear is fate in the wrong direction. In other words, fear and faith are the same mechanism, but fear dims the field around you while faith expands it. The energetic truth is that you cannot simultaneously hold both vibrations. You are always choosing by your emotional tone what you align yourself with. Faith opens the door and fear closes it. The next thing I want to discuss is the science and the spirituality of choosing. Fear feels automatic, but it is truly interpretation layered on sensation. Your nervous system reacts and your mind tells a story about the reaction. The story is what creates fear. What if the same sensation in your body isn't fear, but excitement? The same uncertainty isn't danger, but density. Faith and fear both require that you believe in something you cannot see, meaning you always believe in the unseen. The question is, which unseen? When we choose fear, we believe in the unseen negative, unseen loss, the unseen danger, the unseen betrayal, the unseen failure. When we choose faith instead, we believe in the unseen help, the unseen alignment, unseen success, the unseen guidance, the unseen pathways already forming in front of your feet. What about quantum mechanics perspective? Every potential exists in quantum field. Your expectation, your faith or your fear selects which potential becomes matter. You basically collapse probability into form by your emotional frequency. Faith is participation in the creative process, and fear is participation in the destructive one. Now let's see why fear appears on the path of growth. Fear is not sabotage. It is evolution alarm system. Whenever you move outside the boundaries of your past self, your subconscious reacts. It says, this is unknown. Unknown equals danger. But the subconscious does not differentiate between, excuse me, between a tiger and a new dream. Its job is to keep you safe simply, not fulfilled. So every time your vibration expands, fear will try to pull you back into what is familiar, which is not necessarily the best situation for you. Fear appears when you dream bigger, you start changing paradigms, you break family patterns, you step into a new identity, or when you desire more love, more abundance, more meaning. Fear is simply your old vibration asking, are you sure you want to leave me behind? So instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, see it as a threshold. Fear means you are standing on the edge of your next evolution. And the moment you walk through the fear, your world transforms. Now let's discuss faith as a spiritual technology. Faith is the operating system that powers a spiritual law. You can have a dream, understand vibration, visualize, affirm, but without faith, the system has no electricity, so it doesn't work. Faith is what turns metaphysical knowledge into physical reality. Faith stabilizes your vibration. Life brings contrast into our reality. Your outer world sometimes lags behind your inner transformation, and faith keeps you steady when circumstances wobble. This is spiritual resilience, the ability to hold the higher frequency despite the appearance of delay. Faith opens intuitive channels in you. When you believe something is possible, your conscious wisdoms widen. You suddenly notice synchronicities, meet the right people around you, receive inspired ideas in your head when you're thinking, hear inner guidance more clearly than before. Faith activates your intuitive intelligence, the GPS of your soul. Faith activates universal law as well. Faith sends a clear command to the universe saying, continue moving energy toward this outcome. Fear, on the other hand, sends the opposite command, pull energy away. Faith creates coherence in the heart. Heart coherence, which is basically studied and measured by HeartMath Institute, strengthens your electromagnetic field. Faith puts you in that state. Your heart rhythm becomes harmonious. A coherent heart influences matter. A fearful heart collapses possibilities. Faith is not hoping. Faith is vibrational alignment. Faith is advanced consciousness in action. And at this point, let us focus on the faith-fear gap. There is always a gap between where you are and where your dream is. This is a creative gap, the space where transformation happens. In this gap, you meet two internal archetypes. The voice of fear, which is the protector. This voice sounds logical. It wants safety for you. It wants survival for you, but it has no vision. It can only look backward. It says, be careful. Don't get hurt. Don't be disappointed. Its intention is protection, but its method is contraction. Now let's talk about the voice of faith, which is the higher self. This voice looks forward. It speaks the language of destiny. It is the voice of your soul blueprint. It says, something beautiful is unfolding. You're supported. Your dream choose you because you are meant to fulfill it. It encourages expansion, not protection. Let's define a spiritual maturity at this point. Spiritual maturity is not eliminating fear. It is recognizing which voice belongs to the past and which voice belongs to your becoming. Growth always feels like I'm afraid and I move anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing faith while fear is still speaking to you in your subconscious mind. Let us now continue with practical tools, how to choose faith on a daily basis. One of the things you can do is breath reset. Fear lives in the body, not the mind. The first step is calming the nervous system, basically. So you can practice to inhale for 6 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds. Long exhalations signal the brain, I am safe. Safety is the doorway to faith. The second thing you can do is the faith question. Fear asks, what if something goes wrong? Faith asks, what if something goes right? Every time fear arises, ask, what is the best possible outcome there? This shifts your energy and your timeline. The next thing you can do is frequency words to use it in your day-to-day, conversations. Words carry vibration, basically. You can replace fear language with faith language. Instead of saying, I'm worried, say, I'm opening. Instead of saying, I'm unsure, say, I am guided. Or instead of saying, I don't know, say, the path will reveal itself. You're speaking your future into coherence. In terms of quantum visualization, try to see, feel, and embody the version of yourself who already has the outcome you desire. Ask, how do they stand? How do they breathe? How do they believe about themselves? What energy do they emit? Excuse me. You activate that version in the quantum field, and then everything you want technically unfolds in front of you without any hesitation. Also try to act as if for 24 hours. Choose one dream and for 24 hours behave as if it is granted already. Your posture, your tone of voice, your decisions, your smile, your attitude, all reflect certainty. Watch what synchronicities begin to show up in front of you if you do that, even for 24 hours. Next thing we can do is to redirect fear with gratitude. So gratitude dissolves fear instantly because fear cannot coexist with appreciation. Two frequencies, remember, cannot coexist with each other. You have to choose one. So the moment you start to feel gratitude, everything else dissolves. When fear arises, simply say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm choosing expansion. Gratitude turns fear into an ally to success. And finally, I'm going to provide you with a sample of a guided meditation for this subject. Close your eyes. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Allow your shoulders to soften. Visualize yourself standing on a bridge. Behind you is everything familiar. Ahead of you is your future, glowing softly, calling you forward. To your left stands fear, and to your right stands faith. Fear whispers thoughts. Let them drift by like distant clouds in the sky. Faith places a gentle hand on your heart. Faith whispers, you are guided. You are supported. You are protected. Walk forward. I walk with you. Take a step onto the bridge. Feel light beneath your feet. The path forms as you walk it. You are safe. You are led. You are becoming the next version of yourself. Breathe in faith and exhale fear and step fully into the unknown, knowing it is filled with possibilities that you can never imagine. And to close this session, I wanted to say that faith is not wishful thinking. Faith is a frequency, it's a choice, it is a spiritual muscle that you have to work on it. Each time you choose faith over fear, you step into a higher vibration as a result, into the realm where your dreams already exist. Tonight, live with this truth. Fear imagines what could go wrong, and faith imagines what could go right, and then helps bring it into form. Thank you so much for being here. Until the next time, this is Afsane reminding you your future is calling.